Okay, everyone, hello. And I think we are ready to start today. We are happy to see so many people joining us on Sunday morning. Yeah, I understand that it is morning in some places and maybe it is lunchtime in some other places, or maybe very, very early morning. Okay, so what time is it now where you are? Can you write in the chat? Let's see how different we are and in what places we are. Can you write in the chat what time is it now in the place where you are? It's 10 a.m. in Cyprus. Yeah, 10:04, yeah. 12, yeah, 12 p.m. somewhere, yeah, 11, 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay, I'm just really scared just to see something like 6 a.m. in the morning. That's why I'm asking. Okay, yeah, we've got 2 p.m. In some places. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see, yeah, that we are in different places. So I hope that those people who are joining us at lunchtime, you've already had your lunch, you are not hungry, and yeah, you're ready to absorb the information which we are going to present to you today. Okay, so what are we going to, or what going to happen today? We are going to have, as we call it, mini conference. Today, we are having 3 speakers with us, and we continue our discussions and talk on the topic of AI in ALT. And I remember that our first Trendy AI Day was in March, and it was like a big, it was hype, yeah, really. Just hundreds of people just wanted just to know what it is and how it works. Yeah, and I believe that now most of us are already familiar with AI tools, and that you know which tools you need to use in your work. But still, I hope that you are interested in some other tools. And today we are going to discuss it. But before we start, can we have a little survey? I'm sorry, just a second. I just for some reason I lost the tab which I prepared. So I just want to know and to ask you how often do you use AI in your life and work? And let's do this small survey. If you are now with your desktop computer, you can, or laptop, you can scan QR code to join this survey, or you can just go to this website, AHA Slides, and enter the number. Yeah. But I think to go with the telephone, it will be like really easy. Can you scan your QR code, and let's have a look at the results, and let's see who is here today with us and how are you familiar with the AI and how do you usually use it? Every day, sometimes, or like maybe hardly ever. Yesterday, one of my friends, she had a big post on Facebook about how she uses AI in her personal life. That's really interesting. And I started to think, okay, maybe we just need a kind of a meetup where we will discuss how we use AI, not in ALT, not for our work, but like how can it help us in just solving everyday things. Okay, so we can see people are still voting. Yeah, it's just a very, very like traditional picture. Yeah, like on average, like most people use AI from time to time. Sometimes 26%, yeah, we use it like every day. and 20% hardly ever. So not you're not very frequent users of AI. Okay, thank you. Now let's have a look at the next slide. And here it is. I use AI. So if you use AI, if you're not among those 20%, or even if you are among those 20% of people, what do you use AI for? To prepare materials for your lessons, or maybe you use AI in the classroom. This is actually what I do all the time. Or maybe most of the time you use it just for your personal life. So what is the most frequent case for you? Okay, yeah, we don't have here too many results from people, but still, we can see that most people use AI for to prepare materials for their lessons. Yeah, and this is what we are going to talk today about as well. Okay, thank you. Now let me say a few words about our speakers today. But before I start talking about our speakers, I want just to say that today our event is supported by our partners, company Lamport. They make games. Yeah, it's like actually one game, yeah, but which can be used just for different purposes. And today they give special discount for those who will order this game until the 20th of October. Okay, so today and also today we are going at the end of our meeting. I'm going to tell you about a workshop that we are going to have at the end of October, and it's gonna be about prompt engineering and how to write correct prompts for to get better results. But okay, we will talk about it later at the very end. And I will talk about it. One of our speakers today is Evgeny Usachov. Evgeny is a co-founder of Trendy English, and I've known Evgeny, I don't know, like for many years. Yeah, let's not say how we don't want people to know how old we are. Actually, yeah, and we have already made there's lots of different events, offline, online, just on different topics from young learners to business English. And now we are both really focused and involved into AI. Yeah, and Evgeny also, even has got his own channel in Telegram where he writes about how to use AI in professional sphere. And I'm very happy to tell you that today we've got a guest from Germany, Heike Philp, and I've known her also just for a very long time. And this is a photo from IATEFL 2017, I think, when we maybe first met and we presented together and we were talking about games and gamification. But you know, I've got this feeling that all the people who were really into games at some time, because it was something innovative, now most of them move to AI, and they try to investigate how AI works. Heike also we organized lots of different events for teachers, and I was happy to be a speaker at some of them. And today I'm really happy that she's with us and she will be our speaker. Okay, so Evgeny, are you ready? If I give the floor to you now, yeah?
Always ready.
Yeah, always ready. Okay, and just to support our speakers, what I suggest while I'm introducing the speaker, can you please send your smiles, happy faces, I don't know, well, applause to our website, to our chat, just to support the speaker. And now I'm going to give like a formal now presentation. Evgeny Usachov is a senior teacher at the Foreign Languages Department of the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology and academic supervisor of the master degree program, Digital Transformation of Teaching Foreign Languages, at the Moscow International Academy. So a person who has been always fond of technology. Okay, so the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Elena. Thank you very much for your nice and kind introduction. Yeah, we've known each other for quite a long time, as Elena said. Okay, so good morning, everybody. You know, at the beginning of some events, there is such an activity which is called vibe check. Have you ever heard about vibe check? Okay. Vibe check is how you feel compared with other people. Are you on the same wavelength? Or your wave is slightly different. So vibe check involves asking people how they feel and things like that. So to do this vibe check, actually, you need to place a smile, a kind of smile, how you feel at the moment right now. For instance, my feeling and my mood today is something like that. Okay. Well, can me send you yours? How you feel today? Yeah, great. All right. Well, okay. I see. Most of you are positive. That's great. Yeah. So next time you would like to understand how are the people feeling about the event or something, first thing you can do just to provide a vibe check. Actually, it's the term which was taken from the uh, mentoring techniques, mentoring. So because it's pretty important that a mentor and a mentee is on the same wavelength. Okay. The second point, which I'd like to check, it's you know it's technical check, and sometimes it may sound like seance or spiritual meeting. Yeah. You may hear, Evgeny, are you here? Can you hear us? It reminds me of this seance. And actually, I was Googling this word before our conference today, and I found out some interesting information, which I'm going to share with you, which may be useful in terms of English language teaching. Maybe this word also seems new for you. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? But I have never heard about that, never experienced that you can train your pronunciation using Google. So you type in the word, and then if you click on the voice button,
Seance.
you see that there is another button how to pronounce it. If you click on it, you have a visual picture. And for instance, if you are teaching, say, just starters or elementary students or kids or even teens, you can also help because you don't need any dictionary, any other devices. You just click on this button.
Seance.
Yeah.
Seance.
Maybe once again.
Seance.
Okay. Or something like slow speech.
Seance.
For instance, I always I always struggle with this word. So, but if you want to practice these long words, which are not so easy to pronounce, you can use it as well. Okay, see what's it like.
Entrepreneurial.
Okay, or like this.
Entrepreneurial.
Okay, so actually it was a brief introduction to my talk. Well, but I believe if we find some life hacks, it's very important to share them. And these simple things, again, may simplify our life. And my talk today, I'm going to share the presentation with you. Just a second. It's actually called AI in English language teaching. or how to make teachers' lives easier. Okay. So in my talk today, I'll share my experience and maybe some important information for those who just take their first steps in using AI in ELT. And I think those who are pretty experienced in that may find some interesting features or issues which you can practice in your lessons, for instance. First, a brief introduction, which Elena already introduced me. I'll introduce myself as 3M. First M stands for Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology, which is MIPT. I started working for that this autumn. And I'm still working at the Moscow International Academy, as Elena said. And third M stands for Modern Technologies Evangelist. Yeah. So I would say all my career, I have been a great fan of technologies, and now it's AI, you know. Okay, let's move on. I'd like, first of all, to introduce big language models or large language models, which we can use, or maybe which you are currently using. I'll arrange them in such a way that, first of all, I'll introduce these big large language models, which don't need any additional features, for instance, VPN. So we'll start with the first model, which is our native one, and it's called Yandex GPT-3, which was launched, I suppose, 3 or 4 months ago. The way I'll be delivering my speech will be a combination of the presentation and a combination of live streaming of the service. So if we look at Yandex GPT, so I asked Yandex GPT to generate a lesson plan. The topic was teenage relationships, and actually it was pretty successful. But I have my kind of reservations about this language model. First of all, about the interface. To my mind, it's not really friendly because we have lots of empty spaces. And actually, it may not be so attractive compared with the other models. The thing I'd like to go with you right now, I'm going to open the actual site of Yandex GPT, just to let you know where you can find it and what you can do. Again, one of the greatest advantages that you don't need to use any other services. So if you are here, actually, this is iya.ru AI GPT-3. I may send this link into the chat. Just a moment. Okay, this is in the chat right now. And if you want to try it, you click on this black button. And it redirects you to actually to this interface. The only thing ChatGPT will ask you to do is to sign up for this cloud, because all the information is supposed to be in this cloud, right? And then we have the panel actually. So you may get some information about the service and services which are supported, and they are just below on this menu. For instance, this AI Playground, Yandex Chat GPT, which we're just trying right now. Then some things about a prompt mode. Mostly it's important for the developers. And one more thing, Yandex Art, I'll show you right now as well. So you can actually create a kind of picture. For instance, if I ask about this seance, it works pretty fast. But sometimes, you know, if you try to produce a kind of picture using AI, you have to be very careful with your prompt. So what it looks like actually, was supposed to look like. Okay. So, and some other buttons actually, as we're working with ChatGPT, you can also type any other prompts related to what you want, maybe some activities for the lesson or something like that. To be honest, I don't often use Yandex GPT because of these limitations. First of all, the interface and some other limitations it has. But it's a good solution if you need to use a VPN service. Okay, let's move on. By the way, has anyone ever used Yandex GPT? Put a plus in the chat if you do. Okay, not yet. Sure. Okay, got it. Mostly not. All right. Okay. So the second large language model is called Perplexity. I believe some of you know this model. Again, I'm sharing the presentation with you. And this is the interface of Perplexity. I'll place the link to this AI later on. So you see the interface is pretty simple. In the central part of the page, you can put your prompt. What is important and what, for instance, Yandex GPT doesn't do, you can attach a file here. I'll show you when we go live with Perplexity. So all your prompts are kept here in the library on the left. That's why if you want to have your prompts history, you need to have an account. It's pretty easy. You can sign up with your Google account or any other I would say email address. So in comparison with Yandex GPT and ChatGPT, which we'll discover later on, Perplexity AI uses some sources, usually they are internet sources, actually up to 3 sources, sorry, up to 5 sources. Yeah, it's free. It's free to use. Absolutely, it's free to use. Of course, there is a pro version, but mostly if you want to generate pictures, right? And I asked the same prompt, create a lesson plan, teens relationships level A2, and I'll show you what actually it did. Getting back to okay. This is what it did. First, warm-up activities, vocabulary introduction. For instance, it's just a choice of AI. If you want particular vocabulary to be within the lesson, you have to type these items actually. Then listening activity, then speaking practice, role play, writing task, wrap up. Maybe to me, it doesn't sound quite realistic, depending on the level, but even including this 15 minutes writing task activity, but who knows. So what I was talking about, these are the, on the left, these are the, this is the history of all the prompts you made. And let's look at the links, actually. If you want to see all the links, you click on this window, view 5 more. And then on the right, you see all the links that Perplexity AI has taken the information from. It's a good question. How does it select the links? Because actually, I can't see any logic. For instance, the first 2 links are related to ASL Brains, and then it's British Council site, and then Teaching English and a Lingua House. Yeah, I suppose in this regard, it's pretty reasonable, yeah, because they are recognized sites and links, and that's why we can trust them. As well as getting the result of your prompt, you can have corresponding images. If you click here on the image, you may have some related pictures or videos, but to be honest, I hardly ever use them. What else you can do? You can actually ask follow-up question, for instance, which may be related to the prompt you've just made. And actually, you can attach a PDF file here in case you want Perplexity AI will communicate with a document. So it's possible. For instance, I don't know, I can place a kind of document here, or it may be a book as well. Actually, I don't know about the limitations that it has. Oh, for instance, if I click on this. Yes, and now the file is supposed to be attached, and I can make a prompt, provide the key information from this file. And actually, it was a home assignment from MIPT lesson. And you know, now AI, Perplexity AI is communicating with this file. It's a good option, by the way, if you want to make questions for a particular text or even a book. If you have a home reading, for instance, you just attach the book and then ask Perplexity AI to generate questions or to make a summary. This option works well with ChatGPT, but it's available here in Perplexity. The only limitation is you can do it only 3 times a day. Yeah, only 3 requests with this a day. This is just a limitation. So what else you can see below? Actually, there are related topics. For instance, if your text, which AI generated here, was related to a particular topic, there will be some related issues, right? You can click, and it means you have an automatically have another prompt. For instance, if I click here, so actually, you know, this is the answer. What else you can do? You can copy the text which Perplexity generated, or you can correct the prompt. For instance, if you click here, you can correct your prompt. Well, so works pretty well. Works not only for the sake of English language lessons. You can actually ask for any information because it's friendly to start a new thread. If you can ask in any language, by the way. For instance, if it's Russian, you can ask the question. Okay. For instance, if it's about methodology. And you click and you see it gives you the information about the prompt in Russian. So some researchers can use it for the sake of research, but of course you need to double check the information which Perplexity provides. So I use it for my lessons, usually for materials preparation and things like that. One more thing before we get down to the next language model is, for instance, if you start typing something like that, I'll switch into English again. How to make an ideal lesson plan, for instance. There is a focus button if you click on it, so you can actually choose search across the entire internet, or if your prompt is about writing, you can click on it, or if it's about research, you can click on academic. If you want a video, you click on the video, maths, and social. Yeah. So actually, this button focuses on a particular area. Currently, there are 6 areas here. So not everybody knows about that. So this is a kind of life hack. Okay. So, and then we've come to one of the most famous models and mostly used models, I would say, which is ChatGPT. Okay. Before I move on, can you place in the chat the information if you use ChatGPT or not? If you use plus, if you don't, minus. Okay. I know there are some limitations. Yeah. Plus, minus, plus, plus. Okay. I would say 50-50. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So some very important information. ChatGPT is available on the say website of OpenAI, and for that reason you need some additional, I would say, movements. Well, and on the other hand, there is a ChatGPT available in Telegram. Well, and there are lots of them, by the way. The only problem, if you use ChatGPT in Telegram, it has kind of limitations. For instance, you can make 10 or 15 prompts a day, and then it's paid. So I'll show you the way how to get to ChatGPT, but again, we'll need to do some extra actions. So I'm going to share the screen with you. Some of the information on the slides will be in Russian, but maybe it will make a better effect on you. Okay. So first of all, you need to go to the particular website, which is chatgpt.com. But we need to make some additional services. First of all, you need to turn on VPN. We don't say VPN for some reasons, we say Vyacheslav Petrovich Nikolaev. Okay, it will be a great help. Well, without that, ChatGPT is not available in Russia. So this is the first step. You need a VPN. Right. Then you go to the website, which is openai.com ChatGPT. And then on that website, with your VPN on, you can create your own account. Yeah. You need a Google email address. You can't use Mail.ru, Yandex.ru, whatever. You'd better use gmail.com. And you place it here. And then you click on the continue button. And then you are in, actually. I don't recommend you using a Google account here, but I think it's more reliable if you use your Gmail email address and the password. And it's available either on your laptop or desktop computer or on your mobile phone. The procedure is the same. Sometimes there may be some troubles with connection. I mean, in terms that using a particular VPN, ChatGPT is not working. So I'll give you some life hack here right now, how it may overcome this issue. What you need to do, you need to go to your, just a moment, I'm going to share the screen. So you need to go to Google account, and then you press these 3 buttons, and you select this button, extensions in English or расширение in Russian. Okay, you use extension management or управление расширениями. You click on it. It's all in your Google Chrome. Yes, on the screen you can see what
У меня
kind.
не получилось найти это в вашей музыке.
Sorry, Siri. I don't know. Well, and then you see what extensions I'm using currently. Yeah, if you don't have any, you go to this internet shop Chrome, and you can select the say extensions you need. For instance, you can just a second. You can use VPN, and actually this is the one I'm currently using, BrowSec. Okay, there is one more good option here. You know, in Russia, ChatGPT doesn't work with voice prompts. You have to type. Yeah. So there is a nice extension which is called Voice. Voice ChatGPT, and then this is actually here, Voice Wave, I think. And then you can use your voice instead of typing. So, for instance, if you want to add it to your extension, you click on it, and then because it's already installed on my PC, you actually see delete. But if you do it just to add, you just click add, and that's it. It's on your computer. Okay, I'll show how it works. We go to ChatGPT. And then at the bottom of the page, you can see this microphone, and you can actually give a voice prompt to ChatGPT. Let's try it. Create a lesson plan on the topic relationships. Level A2, not 82, A2. Yeah, teens. And it's ready. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't recognize some sounds, but it works pretty well. Okay, you need to turn off the microphone. Okay. So now we are in ChatGPT. I'm going to give you a brief outline because I suppose you know, and most of you, or half of you at least, use ChatGPT. Currently, there are actually 6 models available. Yeah. So first of all, it's ChatGPT 4.0, which is the free of charge option. As well, a couple of days ago, they added ChatGPT with Canvas, which is brilliant to work with writing texts and coding. And there are 2 models which were released in September, which is O1 Preview, O1 Mini. So as you see, the first one use a more complicated, I would say, answers, because literally it can think, yeah, better. And if you need a brief response, you use O1 Mini, which is actually much faster. And there are 2 also models available. So ChatGPT 4, which is a paid option, and ChatGPT 4 Mini, it's also available, by the way. So depending on what I want to get from ChatGPT, I can use the model which I need. For instance, if I need a more complicated answer, for instance, O1 Preview. Okay, when you deal with ChatGPT or any other language model, you'd better to use new chat or new box for your prompt. Okay, and let's see how it works. For instance, I'll type How can I make my students speak more? Sorry, speak at the lesson. You see, it's thinking. And it gives you the list of activities, at least 15. Yep. And it took it 7 minutes, 7 seconds to create this kind. So it's a kind of profound and advanced module. I'm not sure if it's available for users for free, but OpenAI declared they would be soon free for everybody. Now it's available only for the paid accounts. Right. Or if you want a brief response, we can use ChatGPT All Mini. Create a grammar activity. To practice, I don't know, present perfect. Yeah, you see how fast it is. Done. All right. What we have here, we have the introduction, demonstration, activity execution, and example question cards and follow-up activities. Yeah. So these models are a way faster or more advanced compared with, as I said, GPT-4.0, which is available for free right now. One more thing before we get down to particular AIs for English language teaching. There is a nice button here which is called GPTs. Actually, this is also available for free users right now. You can look at different models based on ChatGPT for particular purposes. Actually, there are a few areas. So the first one is best for the week, or maybe trends, for instance. There is image generator, Canva. I suppose you know Canva, which is available here. Logo creator, if you are into research consensus, then DALL-E, if it's about writing. Actually, there are 12 if you click on this button. So 12 GPTs are available, even your Academic Assistance Pro, right? Productivity, so some of them can generate diagrams, or again, can communicate with PDF files, research and analysis. And some of for education, you see some of them are in Chinese language, by the way. But you see video summarizer or language teacher here, right? Which can teach you or your students actually some languages. I suppose it's not a competitor, it's kind of assistant, and many, many others. Even astrology birth chart GPT. Okay, well, we'll move on next to actually GPTs, which are, yeah, the difference. The difference is actually there are two differences. The first model thinks and does everything faster, which is actually, I'll tell you the exact name of it, just a second. Yeah, O1 Mini. It does everything faster. And O1 Preview has a more advanced, I would say, not literally, but thinking system. Of course, it doesn't think, it's just, they are just algorithm. But it gives you a more, I would say, profound result, maybe using deep thinking. It's not just on the spot answer, you know. You'd better try it. Yeah, they really work. Okay, let's move on to the next. A few actually, a few. Is if it's a brief review of the networks we can use, and we'll turn on to the next one, which is brilliant for speaking skills development. It's called Call Any. I know that some of you already use it. Sorry for the Russian text, but I'll voice it in English. So there are 51 characters in it, yeah? So you can use it either on your computer or on your mobile phone. So there is an application from Apple or from Android, yeah, which you can download on your mobile phone. And it's more functional, I would say, on your mobile phone. So you can see the languages which are available: French, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and the developers add languages with their updates. As well, such options as international language tutors, buddies, mentors, history, and seasonal are available. Yes, I'll show you. The way it works. But first of all, brief introduction. So this is the way Call Any looks on the screen, on your mobile screen. So what you can do, you can pick up a character, one of the 51s, or if we're talking about language learning, you can pick up a teacher. And there are some activities which you can actually try in terms of vocabulary learning, which you can see on here on the right. Then there are some games incorporated in this language model. Of course, the best and the most advanced feature is speaking practice, pronunciation. You can improve some particular areas. Then, and this is the example. Sorry, just a second. The example of one of the activities. For instance, there is an area which is daily life, and you can actually need to make either sentences out of the words provided or any other options, idiom maxing, scenarios, and these are all available. Yeah, even it's the idiomatic expression to bite the bullet. So it can work as Quizlet. You have the English version, and then you have, for instance, Russian version or whatever. So in terms of language development, I would say it's for skills development, not only speaking, but also grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. And this language model can be your language buddy, by the way. In terms of methodology enhancement, you can download a particular book on ELT and discuss it with a character. Well, or so it can also summarize ELT articles, books, and it may be used for the course development because it gives you some advice on how to develop your course. No, it's not speaking B1 only. We can try it because actually I'm going to go live with Call Any. Just a moment. We have just a second. I'll be sharing my desktop version. This is the way it looks like. And actually, as well as having these characters, So there may be just a voice call or video call. You can create your own character if you wish. So this is Any. That's why the application was called Call Any, or network was called Any. Hello, Any, how are you?
Hi, Eugene. I am good, thank you. How are you?
So you see, she knows my name. Okay, I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, thank you.
That's great to hear. You're welcome. What do
Uh,
you want to talk about?
Actually, I'm at the webinar and I'm showing this service called Any to other teachers. And I'd like to communicate with you a little bit, if you don't mind.
Of course, I don't mind. I'm happy to chat with you.
Okay, I have one question. Some people say that your level of English is B1 plus. Can you speak at C1 level right now?
I can try to speak a higher level if you want.
I do want.
Okay. I can speak like a C1 level.
Okay. Tell a short story at C1 level. Say 200 words long.
Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a talented painter named Clara. She had a unique ability to capture the essence of emotions on her canvas. Each stroke of her
Sorry,
brush told a story, evoke.
sorry, Anna.
No problem.
Can you speed up? Can you speak faster? Twice as fast as you did before.
Sure. Clara was a painter who made beautiful art that made people feel happy.
Okay, thanks. So it's just an example. Of course, we have it was just one of the characters. Yeah, actually, there are some. For instance, if you want to talk to a New Yorker, there is Daniel, or Isabel is from Barcelona, Alejandro from Madrid. All right. So, and there is also an English teacher whose name is Anna. Here she is. Hello, Anna.
We'll start in a sec.
Mhm.
My dear, Halloween is a fun. My dear, Halloween is a day for costumes and candy.
Anna tends to say, my dear. Hello, Anna. How are you?
Hello, my dear. I am happy to help you. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine. Um, I'm going to talk to you and make some grammar mistakes. Will you spot them and correct me?
Of course, my dear. I will help you.
Okay. So yesterday I go to shop and I buy 3 pack of cigarettes and I see many magazines.
My dear, here is the correct way to say that. Yesterday, I went to the shop, bought 3 packs of cigarettes, and saw many magazines. Remember to use went for the past and bought for buying something in the past. Do you have any questions?
No, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, as you see, it can correct mistakes or it can improve your, I would say, maybe vocabulary level, whatever. So it's pretty useful and handy, I would say. A1 and A2, okay. Animations. Right, and maybe one more character. If you do research, there is, actually there are many of them. Even there is Sherlock. Okay, I will show you Sherlock, which is a very serious person and prefers to talk only about his investigations. Just a couple of minutes. Good morning, Sherlock.
Good morning, my dear friend. How may I assist you today?
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your latest investigation?
My latest investigation involved the curious case of a stolen rare manuscript. A most intriguing puzzle indeed.
Okay, thank you. So I don't have that much time to show you the other characters, but you see this is really amazing. So what is good about Call.Any? If you use a mobile version, you can ask your students, actually there is a button record. You can ask your students to record the conversation with the character, and you may assign a kind of particular conversation task for your students, and then as a result they send you back their conversation with one of the characters, right? So it may be assessed by you how successful your student was with this particular speaking task. Okay, and I have just 1 minute left, and I'm going to the end of my presentation. I'm going to share the screen again. Just a second. So this information may be interesting and useful for you because at MIPT the new testing system has been created. It's called ISTOK in Russian, right? So intellectual system of testing language competences, right? It is based on the research and different algorithms. So it's a serious system which is going to be launched, and actually teachers may get access to that, I suppose, at the conference which will be in on the 6th or on 7th of November. This is the conference after our great methodologist Solovova Elena Nikolaevna. I'll provide information about this conference. It's free to use and free to actually to participate. On the second day, on the 7th of November, you'll be able to test the system if you go to the conference, because 7th of November is a live event. It's offline, actually it's face-to-face event. And you can try it. Yeah, we already tested more than 10,000 students in MIPT and some friendly universities, and it works pretty well. It's adaptive, so it's maybe kind of replacement of some kind of testing systems which we had before. And last but not least, my Elena gave you information about my Telegram channel. It's called AI in Language Learning. And actually, you can either scan the code or you can type in Telegram, me, AI NLT. If you want to contact me or get some kind of consultancy or whatever, you can find me in Vkontakte, or you can drop an email on my email box, either usa@mail.ru, or in Telegram. This is my Telegram profile, Evgeny.Usachov. Thank you very much for your listening, and I hope that my talk somehow has been useful for beginners and for those who already use different AI networks. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Evgeny, very much. So what if we all turn on our videos and give a round of applause to Evgeny, and you can see our happy faces. So it's just a good tradition, yeah. Trend English events, yeah, just to do it in live. I mean, with our faces visible. So, Evgeny, there are a few comments and maybe just little questions in the comments. So
Yeah,
one,
I made him.
yeah, I can help you just to find them. So what is the difference to O1? You know, when you were talking about the differences in
Yeah,
ChatGPT versions.
I suppose it was Heike's question, and I
Yeah,
answered it. Yeah, I actually answered it.
Ah,
Yeah.
you answered it, just I'm just going through all the questions once again, sorry. There are some comments about the level of English that this speaking can.
Yeah. So I saw these comments and I responded to them. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, I was listening to you, but I just know it. I don't know, I just did it.
Yeah, there was a question about Call Any if it's free to use. Yes, absolutely free to use. I don't have, there is a limit of prompts you can do a day, you can make a day, let's say, but from my experience, you can communicate for an hour at least or even longer. So, and it works pretty well. Yeah.
So Nadezhda asks if you can use Talk Any online in the lesson when you
Yes.
load it
Yeah.
on your.
Yes, we did.
Mhm.
I think your experience would be much better because when you introduce Koleni, so Elena will tell you her own
Yeah, I'm
experience.
not going to tell about it today. Yeah, but
No. Okay. Anyway.
I do use these like I use character and call any just for the sake of, well, if I don't have a native speaker in my classroom, yeah, but I want my students to be exposed just to another person in the classroom, like a virtual one, or if I need a group of other people in my classroom, yes, I quite often use these kind of apps. So.
But tell our participants about the first response or reaction if you when you introduced
Yeah,
Koleni.
that's interesting that when you use it with your students, and especially if you use it with teenagers or like preteens, they have this when they start talking to Call Any, they've got the same reaction as if they are talking to a real person, a new person in the classroom. When you bring a new adult to the classroom, and students, they feel a bit awkward and embarrassed, and they don't really know what to say and how to communicate. And so you have to break the ice and, well, actually have to prepare your students for this kind of communication. And maybe you need to discuss the questions they are going to ask just in advance. And in Call Any, you can choose any character, just as in character AI. And there is a tendency, what I noticed, when I ask my students to go and to talk to their virtual friends, they try to use not real people, not real anyway, but they try to use like Santa Claus,
Mhm.
well, some kind of fairy tale characters. Maybe
Oh.
they feel safer when they talk to them than just to real people.
As for my university experience, when I introduced Koleni to my university students, some of them were surprised and they didn't know they could improve their English proficiency with networks like that. So I think it's our mission, it's our role to open their eyes that they can use their mobiles and stuff like that, not only for entertainment or maybe for other things, but for learning as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Evgeny. And we wanted this first talk just to be a kind of overall, just overview of different AI tools which are available by now. Maybe not, of course, not all of them, it's just as a kind of a summary, because we still believe, as Evgeny, that there are people who are just starting using AI in their work. And of course, there are a lot of people who are already quite experienced. We are moving to our next speaker, but before we do it, and as we were talking about different real, not real characters which we can come across online, I just want to share this video just for entertainment purpose and just some kind of a break. So what do you think? Is this girl a real one or is it a robot? Real. Olga says it's real. Are there any other opinions? Robot. Okay. Tris robot. Yeah, you see, yeah, it's quite yeah, actually this is a real girl. So she's an actress. Yeah, she's real. It's not a robot. Yeah, but she looks yeah, and tries to move just like robot. And you know, with all these new technologies which are now available, it's very important and really crucial to teach our students critical thinking and to teach our students how just to teach them fact checking, just to make sure that what they see is real, is true information. And you know, this is I saw at one of the conferences the speaker who created his own biography, and I decided to try it as well. And you see, it's very easy, just to fake anything. Yeah, and just and it's just very important for us teachers, I think, to teach our students not only to introduce all these tools and use them. Okay, you see, now we can learn English better, but just remember that we don't only teach English or German or any foreign language, but we teach humans first, and it is very important just to give them some extra information and to make them think about some other things. Okay, and now our time has come to introduce our next speaker, which I'm very proud to do now. And Heike, yeah, I can see you. I will give you a formal introduction now, not that from the picture when we were on stage at IATEFL. Yeah, and I remember you were a lot of different conferences that I've been to, which were organized either by you or in collaboration with you. So Heike Philipp is an immersive language education specialist and teacher of German based in Germany. It is really great. Yeah, from time to time, we also have got German and French teachers who join our events. Yeah, because, okay, it's just, and that's a good opportunity to have here a German teacher. She co-initiated 5 European-funded projects to develop accredited and certified teacher training courses for language teaching and learning in real time at a distance. And also, which is like very important just for me, Phil runs her own web conferences at Tech Tools Fest on language learning technologies and DAF WebConf for teachers of German. And I remember that conference a few months ago about different AI tools which you organized, and it was just really great, and there's just so many interesting ideas which I picked up from it. Okay, now let's send our smiles and our applause to the chat if you haven't done it yet, just to show that we are waiting. Yeah, can I see your smiles in chat? Okay, yeah, great, and the hearts. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, Heike, we are all ready. So the floor is yours. You can share the screen and your slides, and just we are ready to listen.
Thank you very much, Elena. And yes, I do remember fondly the IATEFL conference. And thanks to everyone for the warm welcome. I have been such a long time in the English language teaching world of teacher training, teacher education, and EU-funded projects that I find myself now in a new field, sharing the passion with a lot of you, namely teaching English to adults, children, teenagers. In my case, it's teaching German. A 44-year-old long dream of mine has become true, that finally I received a recognition certification by the German government to be able to teach German. So long story short, truly I am an immersive language education specialist, and my home area are 3D worlds and VR. And so now we are incorporating AI into VR worlds. And so this is a beautiful next step. And I love Eugenie. I would say Eugenie, but Elena called you Evgeny. So I loved your example because of Call Annie, because this illustrates that if you put a face to a chatbot like ChatGPT, it takes a total different level. It also, like, I admired the listening animations of Call Annie. Yeah. I'm still looking for good chatbots that actually teach German. Yeah, it's fantastic. For English, we also have Soul Machines, or we have what's it called? Unique. Unique is also similar in that way. So for the English language teachers, you have a lot of aids already, but for teachers of German, not as of yet. And thank you, Evgeny, for this great input. I've shared Yandex's GPT immediately with my Russian colleagues. Do you know it already? Like, wow, how is it? You know. So, and if I may just encourage everyone, because Elena has been saying that the theme of the conference is a little bit coming of age of AI, yeah? And coming of age of AI means that some of us are not only early adopters now, we are adopters. We use it in our lesson plans. And I think, well, this is a little bit of prognosis and perhaps an encouragement to all of you here to think of the next scaffolding of using AI by encouraging our students to use AI. And I'm looking forward to the coming conferences that mention all of you, so the silent audience almost, to share ideas from their students on how they use AI. And I believe that they are very innovative when it comes to using this new technology in their language lessons and perhaps in their language learning, yeah? Sorry, in their language learning. I would like to share an official poster, which we've, by the way, I think I don't have sharing rights, Elena.
Probably you left for a few
Yeah,
moments.
and
Yeah.
I would, if you already have experience with your students using AI, I highly encourage you now to share it. But if you have lesson ideas on how to use AI, I also encourage you to share it. So you, the silent audience, are asked to contribute freely in text, writing your favorite prompts, writing your favorite tools, writing your favorite lesson ideas and what works for you, what's been a great success in your class. And please do this freely whilst I'm presenting here a little project we had in a Teachers of German conference, which I think turned out beautifully. We encouraged teachers to share lesson ideas. So sharing my screen. So this is the presentation. The lesson ideas, the conference took place in January. Sorry, that was 24. That's an advertisement for the next conference. The conference took place in January 24. And during that conference, we asked everyone to share lesson ideas using AI. And this was collected on a beautiful task card, which is like a Padlet. Allow me to share the Padlet. This was the Padlet where everyone posted their lesson ideas, links, images, little videos on how they worked and so forth. And then in the end, we asked everyone at the conference, and we tend to have some 2,000 participants at the very prominent Teachers of German conference, which I'm able, I've co-founded and also have been co-organizing it with 2 other colleagues for 15 years nearly. So, and what we did is we asked everyone to vote what is a great lesson idea. Here we have 000 votes, but here are 13 little hearts, see? And here are 6 little hearts, and this one received 23 little hearts. So that was a bit of a rating by everyone, every teacher. And out of the best rated lesson ideas, we created this poster. Now it's all in German, but you're most familiar with translation tools. Whilst this is in an image format, so it cannot be translated. A poster is a PDF and cannot be not really be translated. It can be, however, interpreted by ChatPDF. I've done this as a little, that's another one. Sorry, here, ChatPDF, chatpdf.com. You can upload a PDF and ask it to summarize the PDF, or you can ask it to elaborate on certain pieces of content, which is wonderful for those of you in research who are doing a lot of PDF readings. And as you know, PDF and ChatGPT sometimes does quite well. So ChatPDF, fantastic tool. Here I've asked it to summarize the examples, and then I asked it even to translate it. So the lesson ideas are translated. And what we've done, and I'm going back to my presentation here. So we've asked for a collection of lesson ideas. We then asked for the ratings. It's always, popular ideas. We first collected them on the task card, then the ratings, and then we curated the best ideas and put it in poster format. And the poster format was something like this. So AI lesson plan ideas using images was that kind of, it's like a leaf, flower form, creative as it is. And the tools mentioned using those the image generators mentioned in these lesson ideas were Bing Image Creator, DALL-E, Poem Generator, and so forth. And here are AI lesson plan ideas using text generators. And there were lesson plans using videos or video generators. Insta3D is not really AI driven, but Simply Show is, and CapCut also. So there were a few ideas on video generation, however, they're there. What was also interesting, and I'd like to sort of point this out to the poster itself again. The poster itself had here at the bottom, it had further lesson ideas, because we translated the German expression KI, which means AI, artificial intelligence. So KI as a short form, we changed the meaning of KI and said creative and innovative. Yeah. So the lesson ideas by teachers here were not all on AI. They were just creative as well. Just creative. I'm calling it just creative. They were fantastic. No, but the innovative ones obviously was more on using AI, and the creative ones were on using all sorts of funny ideas. And so we added some of the fun ideas and some of the additional mentions of really, really great projects. One of which is an EU-funded, it's the, what's it called? I'll come to it. I have it open. So anyway, so now I'm going to just show you an example of how to use this beautiful collection of ideas. By the way, the links, I'm sharing them already now, if I may. So this one is the original website where you can download there are two versions. There's a print version and a web version of this poster. The print version is simply to print out, made to be printed out. The web version has here at the bottom, these links of the additionally interesting ones are active, so you can click on them. Yeah, so I'm going to share the web one. I will also share. Now, obviously, with these short descriptions of the lesson idea, you can't do much. And I'm not presenting to you anything that you cannot actually digest, because what we've done is, if you see here are the numbers, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these lesson ideas in the long version been put into a Google document. And so the original task card idea here have been transferred with a number of the curated or the best ideas. And as you can see here, there's mnemotechnics. I've tried to put this poster immediately into Google Translate, or tried to have it translated with Google Translate, but unfortunately, because of the way it's a read-only version, it doesn't seem to work. But what you can always do is take the idea, copy paste and put it into Google Translate, like here, just one of them I've done. So, and if you cannot access Google Documents because of where you're located, then I'm happy if you could, I'm sharing my email address here with you. I'm happy to send you this version, this long version of the document in form of a PDF, so that you can use it then to translate. Okay, now I'm going to just demonstrate one of the beautiful ideas. And yeah, this is the one. Does every one of you know the expression Rotkäppchen? Have you heard of Rotkäppchen? I'm just testing your knowledge of German. What is Rotkäppchen in German, in English? Lovely. What is that? Anastasia is writing Red Riding Hood. Yeah, and it's called Little Red Riding Hood. Exactly. So it's a fairy tale. It's the story of Little Red Riding Hood going into the forest to the grandma, and grandma is eaten by the wolf, and the Little Red Riding Hood as well has been threatened to be eaten by the wolf. Grandma is already in the stomach, so so the funny lesson idea that there was to change Little Red Riding Hood from a fairy tale to a court case, and then to ask the students to reenact the court case. I'm going to show you how that works. So here is the original lesson idea. Okay, here's the lesson idea. So it says it's a storyboard for a court case about Little Red Riding Hood. So, and here's the prompt. This is the prompt. You can see. You are a teacher of German. Your students are adults. I would also specify the level, A1, A2 still in this. And you asked Little Red Riding Hood to be a court case. And you mention here the roles. Okay, let me share that in English straight away. Sorry. So, okay. So I've changed it to you're a teacher of English as a foreign language. You want to reenact the fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood with your students as a court case. To do this, you need a judge, a tough prosecutor who wants to sentence the wolf to life imprisonment, and a defender of the wolf. So here are the roles. Little Red Riding Hood as the victim, the wolf as a deceitful perpetrator, the hunter as a witness, Little Red Riding Hood's mother, she's worried, and the grandmother who was eaten up. Yeah, so now write a script about the court case, which is the prompt I gave into ChatGPT. So this is the prompt. So instead of, okay, you're a German teacher for English. Stupid me. Translating only one bit, but it has done the trick. Okay, here's the script for your Little Red Riding Hood court case reenactment with the wolf and his defense trying to prove his innocence. The script includes a judge, a prosecutor, defense attorney, and all the characters involved in the fairy tale. So, and here's the judge. So, what do you think of this lesson idea? This is just one of the examples. So I call this utterly creative, but using KI to do it. And so we go, Danke, Margarita. Margarita? I can't read the Russian. Order in court. Here, defense attorney says, not guilty, Your Honor. My client, the wolf, is a victim of circumstances. It's very, very funny. Honestly, it's very, very funny. And then comes the grandmother. Yeah, here, the wolf tricked me by pretending to be my granddaughter. He locked me in the pantry. He's nothing but a grandchild scam artist. And then comes here, there you. And so they get all really defensive. Love it, absolutely love it. And this is one example of the beautiful collection of lesson ideas. And we have also here a number of, how to generate images. Here's a video by one of the kids. Then mnemotechniques. Is, are you familiar with mnemotechniques? Mnemo. So that's the one. Yeah, exactly. So can you explain, Elena? No, actually, I would like to ask you in the audience, as I mentioned, please, if you have already used KI with your students, yeah, I'm explaining it in a second, or the palace of memory. If you have lesson ideas, if you have used KI in your teaching and you've developed some really interesting, fun games or stuff, please share the tool and share what you did or what your students did with it. Share how they responded to it. Obviously, did it work? Did it not work? So I'm going to look for, a love letter to the goldfish. It's also brilliant. Let image and no poem generator is used. Let it generate a poem, like a love letter to the goldfish or a love letter to your toothbrush. Funny ideas like this. Yeah, this is the prompt. Okay. I'm going to immediately translate it. Word games with GPT, Elena says. Escape room games. Oh, escape room games. And anybody else? Elena is the freak. She knows it all. Anybody else? Come on, guys. You're beautiful 73 people in the audience.
Games, yeah, and it was like games, but now it's AI, and now it's games and AI together.
Oh,
merged.
that is interesting. Character AI. How do you use character AI? Which is fantastic, by the way. Who am I? Ah, okay.
Character AI. So the most obvious maybe usage is to play. You can either play tabletop role-playing games with them, or character or escape room games, or these things. I shared it already with some of the teachers at the conferences, and maybe you're familiar with them, so you can If you follow this link and you talk to this character, trying to guess what character it is. It's just from a character from a movie or from a book, like literature or movie character.
Fantastic.
I'm sending some links for those who haven't seen me talking about these characters created by my colleagues in the game laboratory. You can follow these two links, and if you guess who the character is, just post it in the chat.
AI. Okay. And Alina says using AI voice changer in speaking and listening. That's lovely, Alina. Anybody else? Lesson ideas or thoughts on how students use AI? As I said, that's the next level of what interests us as teachers on how they use. Sorry, I'm in the wrong one. Okay. Go back to Little Red Riding Hood. Dear toothbrush, I love you so much. Every morning and night, you are there for me. You help me clean my teeth and make my smile bright. Without you, my mouth would feel sad. You always do your best to make my teeth happy. I like how you work with toothpaste to find the bad germs. Okay. Please, Ryan. Of letter. Oh, and Elena says she makes surveys with virtual groups and people. Cool. Use AI to make surveys. Oh, nice. Yeah, isn't that something? You clean my teeth both day and night. You make my smile so fresh and bright. With every stroke, you do your best. I know you're better than the rest. You fight the germs, you scrub away. I love it. Funny. Here's my promise shining true. I'll always take good care of you. I love it. Okay, and Alina says use AI in quizzes to generate quiz from PDF worksheets. That is brilliant. And which tool do you use for doing that? Use AI Tweed to generate tasks and questions for videos. Oh, that's brilliant. Vera, which tool is that? Oh, quizzes.com. Yeah, cool. Twee. Yeah, Twee. I've heard of Twee. Not use it as of yet. Very good. Okay. Let me just please keep going. Oh, that's the under further links, I've mentioned here at the bottom. Yeah, so here in the web version of the poster. And have I shared the poster with you? Yes, I have. Here at the bottom, here are what's known as commented KI tools. And this is the presentation by an e-twinning project. Have you heard of e-twinning? E-twinning. E-twinning is Europe-wide an initiative to connect schools in so-called e-twinning projects or e-twinning partnerships. It started as an EU-funded project some years ago, but it's taken really off for lots of schools to be registered on e-twinning, and they connect France with Germany and Germany, so forth, and European-wide, yeah. Not sure about the English. Have how far eTwinning is. Anyways, you have to be a school to be registered. And what these two teachers of German did was Amy and Justina, who, by the way, one of them is in the north of Europe and one of them is totally the south of Europe. They met at the German conference and have been collaborating partners ever since. They're doing great projects together. So she's in Estland, yeah, so that's Amy, and Justina is in Poland. Oh, no, not okay. Anyway, eTwinning is that project, okay, and what they've done with teachers of German, I'm happy to share this Google Docs, which can be easily translated. They've asked teachers to rate and comment on the tools. Sorry, I can't open the chat for now, for some reason. Here it is. Okay, good. That's one. And they actually went through different tools, and then 11 Labs, for example. 11 Labs is a great tool for generating images. And these ones, they asked the teachers to evaluate the tools over quite a long period of times, and they put their pluses and minuses in here in this document. So it's just that document on its own is really worth keeping and checking throughout. That's fairly new, it was this year that they created it. And we added it to the poster because that was one of the projects mentioned on the task card as a further here, under further. Another one is also really fantastic is that digital holidays were a number of on the web, sort of online, people met. TurboScribe, Elena asks. Okay, sorry, missed one of them. I extract subtitles from YouTube videos via third-party websites, feed them to ChatGPT, and then ask to make a summary or some questions about the content of the video. Lovely, very nice. TurboScribe, yeah, it's Elena. Fantastic. Any other ideas from you? That's the one thing. I've just been to a Teachers of German conference, by the way. And for 3 days, we spent listening to awesome experts. And at the end of the conference, I said, guys, here are another 200 people sitting in the audience in absolute silence. And there are lots of experts here saying nothing. Whereas in a web conference, this is possible. Can be done, that everyone shares ideas. And this is why I love presenting online. Elena, thank you for this opportunity. Happy to answer some questions still. The fact that all of the documentation that I shared are in perfect German makes you learn German. No, I'm kidding. So it's just we use all of the
my second language at university was German, and okay, I can read about a little bit and I get the general idea. And I believe that there are some people here in the audience who can read or just understand a little bit of German, and I could see somebody was writing something to you in German, just at least some informations, yeah. Okay, thank you, Heike. Thank you for your presentation. Yeah. Say it was great, and people definitely now going to learn German. Okay, and Margarita, yeah, I believe she's a German teacher. Margarita, are you okay? Are you a German teacher? Because she's answering in German. Yeah, and you've got some applause in the chat. Thank you, and thanks for
if I may just add one last one, which I showed. Can you give me an English sentence that doesn't quite sound right? Because DeepLWrite has become a real fascinating tool for learners to correct their English. Can you give me a sentence that doesn't quite sound right? Also, in this case, I've used how to say this in Germany, and DeepLWrite corrects this to say, how do you say it in Germany? Or in Germany, how do they say? What's the German expression for that, and how do you say it in the German language? Okay, that's German. Nobody understands. I need a non-perfect sentence in English, I'm afraid, to demonstrate this talk, because Deeple Write is something that our learners can immediately use, and you can add the own creation of a sentence in a table next to the corrected version with Deeple Write. I need a sentence. Let me, okay.
How often do your students do mistakes?
How often do the students do mistakes? Okay, how often do students make mistakes?
Mhm.
How often do students fail to understand? How many times do the students make a mistake? How often do students make errors? That's lovely. That's fantastic. See, Deeple Write. It's a real tip for your learners. They can write their own creations, sentences, their own little excerpts or little stories, put it in here and see the correction straight away. Helps save
Okay.
us the
Yeah.
corrections. Okay, with that, I'm stopping.
Thank you so much, and it's good that you shared, these collections of other teachers' ideas, and it also just gives me an idea that probably we, in our community, Trend English, we also could start like collecting ideas from people, not only listen to speakers and do what the speakers do, because like every teacher has got like great, well, it's just lots and lots of things that he or she does in her work. In their work, yeah, and of course, so we have to think about how to collect it and how not to lose it. We do it only with our students, but it's like I think it's absolutely necessary to share it with other colleagues. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we've got now a lot of words in German in the chat. Yeah, that's the first.
Dankeschön. Hey.
Okay, so that was Heike Phil with us today. Thank you. And we are going to have a little break right now. And during the break, yeah, I suggest, as we've been talking so much about different games and activities we can do with artificial intelligence, and I've already posted 2 links in the chat to play with character AI. So I suggest that you go and have a cup of tea or coffee and come back, and while you are drinking your tea or coffee, so it's just 5 minutes a break. So try to guess who this character is. I've got a link in the chat, and this character will answer your questions if you ask him or her. Okay, I'm not going to give any more spoilers. And when you guess the name of the character, type this name in the chat. Okay. I hope you are not just going away forever. No, no, it's not a caterpillar. No. And okay, no, no. Yeah, but can you keep talking to this character? Just keep on asking questions. And it's not the hat from Harry Potter. You can no, no. Okay, I'm just going to share the screen and maybe do it with you. So do you like eating oranges? Oh, yes. We can ask, are you Cheburashka? But I know the answer, and it's not Cheburashka. But let's see what the character answers. No, it's not. It's not. So we can. It's just like who am I given you? Let's ask him. Are you male or female? Or female. It is male. And it is a human. Are you human or animal? Yeah. Are you a human or an animal? Human. It's a human. Okay, let's ask. How old are you, maybe? Around 50 years old. And you see, he uses gestures. Can you talk? Can't talk. Okay, Yelena Kovalova, bingo. This is Gerasim. Okay, you can ask.
I found out who it is. Hoo.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, guys.
Do you have a pet? Yes, and we can ask the pet's name. Yeah, I have a dog called Mumu. That's a love. Really. Okay, that's one. And actually, you can create your own characters here. The last time when we had the writing with my students, we created Pushkin. It's just a mistake that I've got the name here, Pushkin. Yeah, it shouldn't be, the character shouldn't be named Pushkin. It should be a secret character. But my students, they were writing the descriptions of this character, and then they send it to me. And actually, that was our writing task. I didn't want them to write a story about, okay, how old I am, where I live, what are my hobbies, and what I do every day. So they did this writing about Pushkin, and then we just chucked it in a. We used this writing as the prompt to create a character and then to play. Okay, we are moving on now. Yeah, we are moving on now, and now it's my turn to talk to you and to share my experience of using AI. And as for me, I'm going to talk today about prompt engineering and using prompts and writing prompts. And as I think that these days, when we use AI all the time now, and we use it for different purposes, and it becomes more and more important to learn how to write good prompts which will give you the result that you need very quickly, because we don't want to lose lots of time on creating materials and tasks for our lessons. Yeah, and I will share with you just a very, very short episode from my lesson, and then I will comment on it. Just write your answers here on the screen. Okay, that is like 8 seconds from my lesson. And when during the lesson, I realized the lesson is online. And during the lesson, I realized that my students need more practice on present simple and present continuous. And so I just asked ChatGPT to create this exercise to show the difference between present simple and present continuous. I shared my screen and I just asked my students, that is a small group, only 3 students in the group. I asked them to write the answers right on the screen in Zoom in annotation mode. And you see, if I didn't know how to write the prompt correctly, I couldn't have got this perfect exercise, which I really needed at this exact moment of time very quickly. Yeah, because sometimes you spend quite a lot of time changing the prompt and get into the result which you need. But yeah, as I say, sometimes you need to know how to write prompts because you can need to create something right during the lesson. Now let's have a look at this example. For example, just let's imagine that you've got a lesson with students, and this lesson is about body parts. Well, actually, that's my topic with some of the groups from previous week. And I can write a prompt like this: write an exercise to practice words on the topic body parts. And this is the answer which I get. This is an activity which I get. But I've got an online lesson. And actually what I wanted a kind of exercise from a workbook. I didn't want this activity where students have to draw something. And actually my students are much older for this activity. Why does it happen? Of course, well, my prompt wasn't quite good. If I want to get an exercise with which is suitable for my lesson and for my needs, I need to write something like this. Write a gap fill exercise to practice words on the topic body parts for students of A2 level. Use the words from this list and give a list of words which are in my course book just to you to practice these particular words with my students. If I write a prompt in this way, then I get the result which I need. It's like ChatGPT as any other AI tool. As a result, it gives you what you ask it for. Yeah, and if you write a good prompt at the beginning, then you get a good answer at the a good result at the end. And there are a lot of different types of prompt. If you write something like this, it's a zero-shot prompt. For example, when we need to translate something, for example, from German into English, that's okay to use zero-shot prompting. You just write in ChatGPT, translate the following English sentence to French, for example, or to German, or translate this German sentence into Russian, and you will get pretty good answer. But sometimes you need more sophisticated tasks, and you need some other kinds of prompting. Today, I'm going just to give 2 more examples of the types of prompting which we might use. For example, one-shot or few-shot prompting. What is the difference between zero-shot prompting and one-shot or few-shot prompting? In the later case, you give some examples to ChatGPT to get a better result. I was creating an exercise for IELTS students to practice with them graphs description. And this is the prompt which I gave to ChatGPT to create a set of exercises for me. And here I used a one-shot prompting. So you see the prompt is like this: create ensemble activities that helps learners describe and structure in the correct way graphs and chart description. And I gave an example. The text below has its paragraphs jumbled up, rearrange them to follow the proper graph description. And I gave just an example of a sentence. I've got here 3 sentences which are not arranged in the right way to make it like a good graph description for our essay. So I gave an example of these jumbled sentences, and I gave the correct answer. And then I asked ChatGPT to generate a number of tasks like this. And yeah, here are 2 examples, 2 exercises which I've got. Well, actually, I had like 10 different exercises, but they were all of good quality, and this is was what I really wanted to get at the end. Yeah, your prompt should be carefully written. Okay, so that was an example of a one-shot prompting. If you use few-shot prompting, that means that you give more examples than 1 to ChatGPT to create what you want. Now let's go to the next example. We can use so-called structured output prompting. You use this type of prompts when you need ChatGPT to generate something in a specifically organized form or format. Have a look at my next prompt and the result which I get. Fill out the following table for each vocabulary word. In this way, we need a word, what part of speech it is, definition, and give an example sentence. Use words on the topic feelings and emotions. So I try to specify my prompt to make it a bit narrower. For 10-year-old students of English, when you write to ChatGPT A2, B1 level, the results are not very good usually. What I do now, I just try to specify the age of my students. If it is A2, then I will write that it is for 10-year-old students. If it is B1, I will write that this is like for my 13 or 14-year-old students. Then I get much better results than when I write down several dates like A2 or B1 and so on. And you see, when I put this kind of prompt, this is what I get as a result. I've got a table which I can then download with the words, what part of speech it is. Yeah, of course, these are all adjectives, so that was actually stupid of me to add this column to the table, definition and example sentence. So how can I use this table later? I can just print it out if I have a face-to-face lesson and cut all these, cut the table into different words, definitions, and example sentences. And for example, I can play memory game when a student needs to match a word, like for example, happy, what definition it is, feeling good or good and joyful, and example sentence. Or I can play just a memory game with 2 options, like a word and an example sentence, or only a word and a definition. You see, but this table was created for me just in no time at all, just a few seconds, and I've got the result, and it really saves my time. But I know how to write the prompt to get what I want. Let's have a look at one more type of prompting. It is called perspective prompting. This technique is used to view a situation or problem from different viewpoints of perspectives. I can need one and the same task. I mean, it can be a filling in the blank exercise on present perfect tense, but I can have different target audiences. I might need this exercise for teenage students, or I might need this exercise for adult students. And as a result, I need different types of sentences. And here on the screen, you can see now the result which I get for teenage students. Well, actually, not I get, but this particular example is from, I borrowed from my colleague, Elena Kudinova, and she shared this prompt and this explanation with me. So you are an English teacher, create 4 exercises to practice present perfect tense that can be interesting for teenagers of English level A2. You can see here this first phrase, you are an ESL teacher or an English teacher. So this is a part of so-called persona-based prompting, when at the beginning of your prompt, you tell ChatGPT from which point of view ChatGPT has to write the prompt. And then we use perspective prompting. We write that we need this prompt for teenage students. So we want this exercise to be interesting for teenagers. And here are some sentences which are okay for teenagers, like homework. We talk about homework, movie time, amusement park. Now, the same prompt, which we change a little bit, and we get a different result because we change it so that we need this exercise to be interesting for 40-year-old music critic. And he studies English and his level is B2. So actually the prompt is pretty much the same. We also need present perfect tense exercise, but we think about another person who is going to use to do this exercise, and we put it into our prompt. Yeah, and you see the result is absolutely different, actually. And so once again, just to get the first result, we wrote present perfect to be interesting for teenagers of English level A2, and in the second case, present perfect tense for 140-year-old music critic of English level B2. And you see, so if you know what you want to get as a result, you put it into your prompt, and so you get a pretty good result and you don't waste your time at all. I give you a few examples of 3 types of prompting. One of U-short prompting, structured output prompting, perspective prompting, but there are some other types of prompting. There are lots of them, but the ones which I think are really necessary for us and we need to use them in our work, it's chain of thought prompting, when I create long lesson plans or I prepare presentation and slides for my lessons. I need chain of thought prompting. It's like a sequence of different instructions and tasks which I give to ChatGPT. I already mentioned persona-based prompting, when you write to ChatGPT from what point of view ChatGPT needs to write. Are you an English teacher, or are you a blogger, or are you a 3-year-old child who asks questions? So you can give you can assign any role to ChatGPT. Also, I do love this kind of prompting, reverse prompting, when you need to write something but you don't know how to do it, and you ask ChatGPT to ask you questions. ChatGPT asks you questions, then summarizes your answers and give you some kind of result. And we are going to discuss all these things in detail at our workshop on the 27th of October. It's going to be a 3-hour workshop. If you want just to read some details, you can follow this QR code. And and you can join actually, and I'm going to send also a link to our chat in Zoom a little bit later. And what I want to do with you now, I can see that, well, some people are already leaving the conference, and I understand that maybe it's time just to do something at home. It's Sunday, but those who are ready to stay here and to do some practice work, I suggest that we do the following. I'm going to put here on the slide 3 prompts which I told you about, and you saw some examples how these prompts were used. And I want to put all of you into 3 breakout rooms, and I want each breakout room to use a different kind of prompt to work on the same task. And our task will be to make and our task will be to create an exercise for our students. So are you ready to do this task? Just put plus in the chat if you are ready to work a little bit practically with your colleagues. Let's see who is ready. Oh, no, we've got a minus. Yeah, Nadezhda is not ready. Yeah, Ekaterina is ready. Let's see if we've got enough people who are ready to work, then we will do this practical task. If people are too busy now, and maybe it's at the moment, maybe we will just leave it. Okay, Ekaterina, it looks like you are the only person who is willing to try it. So let's then skip it, and we are not going to do it right now. So, but if you want to try prompt engineering and to become an expert in writing prompts, so join our event on the 27th of October. And so we are going to create some prompts, and then we are going, what I always now suggest, what I always advise to all my colleagues, when you create some good prompts and you know that this kind of prompt gives you very good results, just keep it and have your own collection, have your own library of prompts. And it makes you, then it will make your life much easier, and you will get ready for your lessons much faster. Okay, I think I'm going to finish here. And thanks for being with us. If there are any questions on the 27th of October, no, unfortunately, it's not a free event. But it's, as you know, as people say, it's quite affordable. So the link for this event, I will put it in the chat. And to wind up our today's event, I want you to vote now. I want just to learn how useful the event was for you today. And so what if we go again to our AHA slides? Let me share with you it again.
And the link you sent is not clickable.
Oh, really? Yeah, because it's just very difficult just to talk and to find a link and just to share it in the chat. Sorry. Okay, let's try again. Thanks for saying. I think is it okay now? Yeah, it opens on my laptop.
It's okay.
Okay, thanks. Thank you very much. So the last thing I want to ask you to do is like this. Just take your phones again if you are with laptops. Let's just check how useful today's event was. We just tried to go from some easy things to like more complicated because we wanted just to be useful today for different groups of people, for those who are just starting their way with AI, and for those who are already experts in AI usage. Okay, we've got 100%. Everybody has learned something new. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. And thanks for being with us today. Thanks to all the speakers and thanks to all the participants. And have a very nice weekend. Have a very nice Sunday. And let's keep in touch and continue our journey in this new field, which is maybe not so new now, AI. Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye. Okay, we've got here like nothing new. Yeah, that's good. You should be our speaker next time. Okay, thank you. Bye.